Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a kind and gentle queen. One cold winter day, as snowflakes danced outside her window, she sewed quietly and whispered, "I wish I had a daughter with skin as white as snow, lips as red as roses, and hair as black as ebony." Not long after, her wish came true. She gave birth to a beautiful baby girl and named her Snow White. But happiness was short-lived. The queen passed away, and the baby girl was left without her mother's warmth. Years passed, and the king married again. His new queen was beautiful, but she was proud, cold, and jealous. Every day, she stood before her magic mirror and asked, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror always replied, "You are my queen." But one day, the mirror gave a different answer. "Snow White is the fairest of them all." Enraged and burning with envy, the queen ordered a huntsman to take Snow White deep into the forest and make sure she never returned. The huntsman led her far from the castle, but when he looked into her innocent eyes, he couldn't harm her. He fell to his knees and whispered, "Run, child, run far away and never come back." Snow White fled through the dark forest, afraid and alone, until she found a tiny cottage hidden among the trees. Curious, she stepped inside and found 7 little beds, 7 chairs, and 7 plates. Exhausted, she cleaned a little, then lay down on one of the beds and fell fast asleep. That evening, 7 dwarfs returned from their work in the mountains. They were surprised to find someone sleeping in their home. When Snow White woke up, she told them her story. With kind hearts, the dwarfs welcomed her in and offered her shelter. From that day, Snow White lived with the 7 dwarfs and brought joy into their lives. But far away, the queen stood before her mirror once more and asked, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror answered again, "Snow White, who lives with the dwarfs, is the fairest of them all." Blinded by rage, the queen disguised herself as an old peddler woman and created a poisoned apple, red and shiny. She traveled deep into the forest, found the cottage, and offered Snow White the apple, saying kindly, "Just one bite, my dear, and all your wishes will come true." Trusting and gentle, Snow White took a bite. The poison worked instantly, and she collapsed to the ground, silent and still. When the dwarfs came home, they were heartbroken. They could not wake her. With tears in their eyes, they built a glass coffin and placed her in it, surrounded by flowers in the forest, so that all could see her beauty. Days turned into weeks, and one day, a prince rode by and saw the girl in the glass coffin. Moved by her grace and sadness, he gently kissed her hand. In that moment, the magic was broken. Snow White slowly opened her eyes. She was alive. The dwarfs rejoiced. The prince and Snow White looked at one another with wonder and warmth. Soon, they were married in a grand celebration, and Snow White finally had her happily ever after. And the wicked queen? She disappeared from the kingdom, never to be seen again. And so, Snow White's story teaches us, no matter how dark the forest may seem, light and kindness will always find a way.